Hello students, today I will discuss screw gauge. Okay, screw gauge is an instrument which is used to measure accurately the diameter of a thin wire or the thickness of a sheet metal like this. Okay, this is an object. This is the image of a screw gauge. You can see there are screw pitch scale and the circular scale, that is the linear scale and the circular scale. There is a U-shaped frame. Okay, and attached with a handle and a thimble and a ratchet. First, the screw gauge, you need to calculate the least count of a screw gauge. For this purpose, you know that there is a scale, there is the linear scale and the circular scale. Okay, linear scale in millimeter and the circular scale. There are two types of screw gauge. Normally, in the linear scale, there is a 1 millimeter division and another one is say 0.5 millimeter division. And in the circular scale, there is also 100 division or in the 50 division. Okay, so first we need to calculate the least count. So before that least count, you know the pitch. Now what is pitch? Pitch is a full rotation of a circular scale, the distance covered in the linear scale, that is your pitch. Okay, for 100 division circular scale, the pitch is normally 1 millimeter, or in 50 division circular scale, the pitch is normally 0.5 millimeter. So you have to calculate the pitch according to your instrument. Okay, the least count, that is the pitch by number of scale. The pitch you know already, and the number of circular scale division, it may be 100 or maybe 50. So pitch is either 1 by 100 millimeter or 0.5 by 50 millimeter. In both the cases it will come 0.01 millimeter. Okay, after that you need to calculate the zero error. Okay, what we have to do, we have to close the jaws of a screw gauge. When two jaws are closed perfectly, then you can find the zero of the circular scale is coinciding with the zero of the linear scale. There is one reference line is there, you can see one reference line is there. If zero of the circular scale is coinciding the zero of the linear scale, that means no error is there. See, the error is nil. Okay, but if it is not happen, then there will be error, either positive error or negative error. See, in the second case, the zero of the circular scale is just below the linear scale, and that case it will be positive error. Okay, now what is the amount of that error? You will count the number of division from 0 to that reference line. Okay, that number into the least count, that is your positive error, and you have to subtract from your reading. But if in the third case the zero of the circular scale is above the linear scale, okay, then it will be negative error. Again, amount of negative error will be the number of division between these two zeros, that is the zero of the circular and the zero of that is the reference scale, that number into least count, that is your negative error, and we have to add with your main scale. Now we are coming to our main point, how we have to take the reading or observation using this screw gauge. For that you need to go to the stimulator part. For you have to click here, you can calculate, see the procedure and the stimulator, everything is there. Okay, now we can click on the stimulator part. See, that is here the check for the zero error. Now you know the zero error, say it's a zero, and the least count only you know the 0.01 millimeter. Now we have to choose an object. Okay, see, there is object, the lead spot is the wire and the glass plate or the rectangular lamina. Say you have to choose the glass plate. Okay, then you click on the glass plate. Now glass plate is already coming between two jaws of a screw gauge, right? Now what we have to do, see, this is the linear scale and another one is the circular scale is visible. Okay, and one ratchet is there. Now we need to close the jaws and it's coincide with that object. Now we have to do, we have to click on the ratchet and it will come to close with that object. When you have to click one by one, it will come to the object. Okay, see, when you close, click it one by one, it will come to the object. See, it is coming. Now it is just touch the object. Okay, now the object is placed between two jaws and the jaws are coincide with that and object. Now see, now here is the linear scale and the circular scale is visible. We have to take the linear scale reading and the circular scale reading. Now the linear scale reading is visible, only 2 mark is visible, so linear scale says 2 millimeter. Okay, and the circular scale say 64 is coinciding. Say out of 100, 64th number of the circular scale is coinciding. So your main scale reading is 2 millimeter, that is the number or division is clearly visible in the linear scale, that is your linear scale or main scale reading. And the reading out of 50 or 100 is coinciding with the reference line, that is your circular scale reading. To here the main scale or linear scale is 2 millimeter and the circular reading is 64 millimeter. Okay, now we need to calculate the total reading. For the total reading, that is the main scale reading plus circular reading multiplied with the least count. Okay, so main scale is point or 2 millimeter, 0.2 centimeter or 2 millimeters. So you write 2 millimeter plus, that is the 1 year reading is or circular reading is 64, so write the 64 multiplied with 0.01 millimeter. Okay, so 64 multiplied with 0.01, that is 0.64 millimeter, right? And the main scale or linear scale is 2 millimeter, then you can add them, then it will be 2.64 millimeter, right? So for calculating the total reading, you need the main scale reading and the circular scale reading. You can add them, you will get the total reading. Okay, thank you.